Hello students, today I'm going to explain the poem for The Last Parkin written by Rabindranath Tagore. You'll find in your textbook in page number 73. This poem is from Honeydew textbook in English for class 8. So the title of the poem is The Last Bargain. So in this poem, the poet talks about a worker or a person, okay, who was in search of a job or for a work. Okay, so this man was seeking for a bargain, and he met four-person, and they made a bargain, but this worker, he did not accept the bargain of this first three-person. Lastly, he accepted the bargain that is being done by an innocent child. Okay, so first this worker came across a king, second an old man, and third a beautiful girl or a lady, and lastly an innocent child. So here in this poem, bargain means a bargain is an agreement in which both parties or two persons promise to do something for each other. So in this poem, someone is looking for work. Someone means a worker. Okay, so the speaker of this poem is also a worker. Okay, the speaker, the one who speaks, you find in the poem the pronoun I. Okay, I, that is the worker. Okay, so there is a worker who is looking for a work, and he was waiting for others to be hired. Okay, he wants others to hire him for a work. So what he did was he strikes a bargain. Okay, he struck a bargain, but he thought that it was worthless, useless. So there was a bargain between he and the king, he and the old man, and he and the beautiful girl, and lastly he and the innocent child. Okay, but this three person, that is king, old man, and the beautiful girl, the worker thinks that their bargain was worthless, and so he did not accept the bargain. But lastly, he tries twice again, but doesn't like either. Twice again, which means the old man and the beautiful girl. Finally, in the last bargain, when he is hired for nothing, whatever, he is happy as never before. So that was from an innocent child. Okay, so he accepted the bargain of that innocent child. So what is the bargain and why is it the best? Okay, let us see the poem. I'll read out the poem and I'll do the explanation, and I'll also tell you the word meanings. Okay, now you can see the picture there. There is a small child, an innocent child. He is playing with the shells, and you can see where he is sitting on the sand near, okay, at the side of the sea. Okay, so and just next to that there is a man, and that man is the worker who is seeking for a job. Okay, who is seeking for a work. Now let us see the poem. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. So who said this? I cried. I means the worker. Okay. So the worker cried out and he said, come and hire me. He was asking others, okay, to come and hire him for a work. So this took place in the morning. Okay. So in the morning, he was walking on the stone paved road. Stone paved road means a road which is covered with stones. Okay, so as he was walking on the stone paved road in the morning, he cried out, come and hire me. So this is what he cried out. Then, sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. So when he cried out, okay, to come and hire him, at that time a king with a sword in his hand came in his chariot. Okay, and the king came and hold the worker's hand, and he said that he would hire him with his power. He said that I am a king, I have lots of power, I have a power, and I'll hire you with my power. So that was the bargain. Okay, the bargain between the worker and the king. But his power counted for naught. Naught means nothing. His power. Whose power? The king's power. But the king's power counted for nothing. The worker was not attracted by his power. Okay, so what the worker did, the worker wasn't happy with the bargain. He did not accept, and he went away. Okay, he went away, and so the king also went away in his chariot, because the king's bargain, okay, was not accepted by the worker. So the king also went away. Now next, in the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. So now here, earlier it was in the morning, now it is in the midday. Okay, so it was very hot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. No one came out. Everyone was inside their house because it was very hot. It was at the midday. Okay, so the houses stood with shut doors, and this worker, he was seeking for a job, and he okay wandered. Okay, he wandered along the crook lane. Crook lane means okay curved or twisted footpath. He was walking all alone, okay, and he was wandering, okay, wandering here and there, okay, for a work. And it was very hot because it was at the midday, and he couldn't find anyone because the houses stood with shut doors. But luckily he met someone. Now let us see. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. Then, as he was wandering along the crooked lane, at that time an old man, he came out with his bag of gold. He was carrying a bag of gold, which means this old man was rich enough. Okay, he had a bag of gold, and this old man, he pondered means he thought. Okay, he thought for a while. Then after that he said, I will hire you with my money. Then he showed his money to the worker, and he told him that he would hire him with his money. Earlier, don't you remember, the king said that I will hire you with my power, but the worker did not accept. And now the old man is also showing his richness, showing his bag of gold, and he okay tells him that he will hire him with his money. So this very old man, he started weighing his coins one by one. Okay, he was measuring. Okay, he was weighing his coins one by one. But at this second time also, the worker who was in search of a job, in search of a work, okay, he wants someone to hire him for some work. And now this worker did not accept the bargain, accept the second bargain with the old man, and the worker turned away. For the second time again, he wasn't attracted by the richness. Earlier, he wasn't attracted by the power, okay, and now he wasn't attracted by the richness. He wants something else, not that, not power, not money, okay. So he wasn't happy with the bargain, and the worker left. He turned away. Now let us see the next. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. So now here, first it was in the morning, second it was in the midday, and now in the evening. So it was evening. The garden hedge means a fence, a fencing, okay? A fence or boundary formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs, okay? So the garden hedges was full of flower, got it? It was full of flower, and there a fair maid came out. Okay, the fair maid means a very beautiful girl. Okay, a very beautiful girl came out, and she said, I will hire you with a smile. So the beautiful girl told to the worker that she would hire him with a smile. But again, for the third time, the worker was not happy with the bargain, and so he did not accept the bargain. He also again went away. Okay, went away. And now what happened? The fair met the beautiful girl. Her smile paled. Okay, her smile diminished. Okay, went away from her and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark from where she had come. Okay, she had again she went back into the dark because her bargain was not accepted by the worker. Okay, so now here it talks about beauty. He was not attracted by beauty. Okay, so first he wasn't attracted by power. Second, he wasn't attracted by money, and he wasn't attracted by beauty. Okay, so these are the three. Okay, so these are the three person that he had come across, and they had a bargain, but the worker did not accept it. Okay, first it was king, and it was an old man, and third one it was a beautiful girl. Okay, so this worker he went away, and so the girl also went back alone into the dark. Now the last one, the sun glistened on the sand and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. So now the sun glistened. Glisten means the sun was shining with a sparkling light in the evening. Okay, in the evening the sunlight. Okay, it reflected. Okay, on the sand, and the sand looks very shiny. It was shining with a sparkling light. It was very shiny, and the sea waves it broke waywardly. Okay, it was the sea waves. Okay, it was moving. Okay, waywardly. And now there was a child sitting with shells, playing with shells. Earlier in the beginning you have seen the picture. Okay, the child was alone. He was very innocent, and he was sitting there, and he was playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. So, the child, as he was playing, okay, with the shells, this very worker, okay, the man also passed by, okay, passed by that very place. And the child saw him, and the child raised his head, and by seeing his reaction, the child's reaction, it seemed as if he knew, okay, the worker. Okay, and seemed to know me. Me means the worker. Okay, don't get confused, the speaker. Okay, the worker. And the child said, I hire you with nothing. So the child told to the worker that he would hire him with nothing. In return, he has got nothing to give him. Okay, he has got nothing, but he want to hire him with nothing. So what happened? Now the lastly, this worker, okay, earlier he was given, he was given money, he was given power, he was given the beauty. Okay, but he wasn't attracted with all those, right? So lastly, the child says that, okay, the child told to him that he would hire him with nothing. The worker accepted. The worker was very happy. So from henceforward means from that time. Okay, from that time onwards, that bargain, okay, the bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. So from that day he accepted the bargain of that child. Okay, he agreed. Okay, he agreed. The boy, okay, the child and the worker, they agreed. Okay, and there was a bargain. Okay, so they agreed, and the bargain was that the child will hire him but will pay nothing to him. Okay, so the bargain that struck in child's play made him a free man. So he was so happy, and he passed his time, okay, playing with the child, and it made him a free man. He got a freedom. So what he actually needed was, he didn't need money, he didn't need power, he didn't need beauty, or he didn't need any, okay, any enjoyment. Okay, any enjoyment, but what he needed was, he needed a freedom. And this freedom, okay, freedom was given to him, okay, or was able to be given to him from by that very innocent child. Okay, other three person, they could not give him what he wanted or what he desired for. But lastly, this innocent child, okay, he could able to give the worker what he really wanted, and what he really wanted was the freedom. Okay, so he got freedom. He became a free man. He spent his time, okay, he remembered his childhood days, okay, playing with a child, okay, and he had a very good time. He good time with that a child, playing with the shells, okay, and the with the a child. Okay, so this is what the poem, okay, talks about. So this is about a worker, okay, a worker who was in need of a work, okay, and he had a bargain with four person, and lastly, okay, he agreed to the bargain, and that was a bargain made between he and a child. Okay, so this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Now let us see the question answers working with the poem. First one, who is the speaker in the poem? I had already told you the speaker in the poem is a man who is looking for work. Now second, the king's word in hand suggests, what does it suggest? Is it wealth, is it power, or is it more power than wealth? Make the appropriate item in the context of stanza 1. So which one? The king's word in hand. What does it suggest? It suggests power. Yes, it suggests power. Now 3, the old man offered the speaker a lot of money. Why did he turn down the offer? See, the old man has got a bag of gold, right? Don't you remember? So he was offered, okay, by that old man. There was a bargain, okay, that he will hire him and in return he will give him money. But he did not listen to him. He turned away. So why did he turn down the offer? So the old man offered the speaker a lot of money. However, he turned down the offer because he realized that money cannot give him what he actually desires, that is happiness and freedom. He wanted just happiness and freedom, and he felt that this old man will not be able to give him happiness and freedom. Okay, so that is why he turned away. Now number 4, find in the poem lines that match the following. Read both one after another. So number 1, I have nothing to give you except goodwill and cheer. So in the poem you find the similar, okay, line that match with this 2 lines, that is, I hire you with nothing. Okay, number 2, her happiness was no more than sorrow in the skies. So this is the one, her smile belled and melted into tears. So her happiness was no more than sorrow in the skies. Now number 3, the king's might was not worth much. So in the poem you will see this line, but his power counted for naught. Naught means nothing. Okay, now let us see the number 5. How did the speaker feel after talking to the child on the beach? So as we all know, the child was on the beach, okay, sitting on the sand and playing with the shells. Okay, so how did the speaker feel after talking to the child on the beach? So the answer is, the speaker, after talking to the child on the beach, felt free. He became a free man. Okay, he felt free. The child was playing with shells and he hired the speaker for nothing. This bargain, okay, brought him what he could not find with the king, with the old man, or the beautiful lady or the beautiful girl. Okay, this was because power, money, and beauty, it will all go away, but happiness is something that stays and does not goes anything either. Okay, so it is the true asset of any human being. So happiness, okay, happiness and the freedom matters a lot. Power, money, and beauty will not remain for forever, but if you are contented, if you are happy, okay, if you have the freedom, okay, within yourself, that will remain in you for forever. So the worker was trying to get that freedom and that happiness, and so in the beginning he could not get this happiness and freedom from the king, from the old man, and from the beautiful girl, and lastly he could able to receive the happiness or get the happiness and the freedom, okay, from an innocent child. Okay, so this is the answers for the question answers. Okay, I'll give you even extra question answers also. So I had already explained the poem. Okay, this poem, it's a very interesting poem. It has a moral. Okay, this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. So just go through the poem, see the word meanings. If you find difficult words, you take help of your dictionaries. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.